Cloudflare made a huge update yesterday for Markdown, and this is really important for anyone who's running agents. If you're using agents to browse the web, it could make a substantial difference. What they're advertising is an 80% reduction in token usage. So this is for people who use Cloudflare, and that's a lot of people, right? So maybe like for now it's for Anthropic. A lot of websites actually use Cloudflare. Last time I went down, you probably realized, oh yeah, almost like more than half the internet uses Cloudflare. But they have a new feature that allows the conversion of websites into Markdown. And this basically cuts down the HTML because agents don't need the fancy website at all, right? They don't need to browse a fancy website. They just need to just see what's going on. So they just need the key information. So what Cloudflare advertises is an 80% reduction in token usage, and you should probably implement it immediately. What's kind of funny is that I actually immediately implemented it on my bot, and it wasn't really hard. It was a simple case of, I said, why don't you read this and implement Markdown for you to use on future sites. So just yet again, just send it a blog. The agents already knows what's going on. What's actually kind of interesting here, I do want to note that came back from my agent, is that there's already a tool in WebFetch that already converts everything down to from HTML into Markdown. So it actually goes to show that OpenClaw itself is actually built quite well. But depending on your agent and whatever, implementing this is still quite good. Now, what's also quite interesting is I asked them to implement and can you see if it's working, and I did some tests. So it says, hey, the Cloudflare blog, it returns text Markdown, and the size reduction is 94%. That's even more than what Cloudflare said, right? So this is really exciting. If you are using agents, even a slight reduction or any reduction from the source is really important, even if you have tools in there to try to cut down the scope. Because anyways, I'll just show you my the costs for now. Like I did a quick cost of like which models I'm using, and you can just see there's a lot of token usage sometimes, right? And that's not really, these costs can add up quite a lot. $18 a day. This is not just for my agent. This is for coding as well, by the way. But I'm just saying, like, if there's an 80% reduction, that's a huge cost benefit saving for you. But anyways, yeah, so it's already implemented on my bot. But my bot also said, and this is quite true, that Anthropic, OpenAI, Vercel, GitHub, CoinDesk, TechCrunch, Verge, Hugging Face, these are the websites he's accessed recently. They still return HTML only. So it will be some time. So the key is that people who, companies that use Cloudflare, they have to enable this in their settings. So it will take a little bit of time for this to kind of fully be implemented. But once it is, I think we're in for a treat. So guys, that's a quick tip for you guys to implement it. A very, very quick way to add that MD conversion. And tell me guys how you are doing it. Do you notice that cut down in your costs in your agents or not? Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you think.